Hey guys! Welcome to another Procreate Watercolor tutorial. It's finally spooky season. But to be honest, I really don't like spooky things, so I thought I'm just going to make a cute ghost tutorial with you. So this is what it's going to be looking like. I really hope you're going to enjoy this. Let's get started! First of all, we're going to need a sketch. I will link you the sketch in the description down below, so go ahead and download it. This goes as well for the Witchy Ghost color palette, which we will be using in this tutorial. So go ahead and download both so we can get started. For this tutorial, I will be using my Perfect Watercolor brush set. This watercolor brush set, I will link you this also in the description down below, comes with a paper texture. So if you have this brush set, go ahead and drag the paper texture on the first layer, set it to linear burn, and then we will have this nice paper texture which we can work with. So this is our little sketch body here. We will set it to 40–50%, something like this. And what we're going to do first is we're going to create a layer, and we're going to put this layer down as the last layer, and then we're going to choose whatever color you like. We will switch this color later on, but it's whatever color you want to pick. I'm going to pick some kind of bluish, whatever it is, like this kind of blue, and I'm just going to drag it here. Why? Because we're going to go and paint the ghost white, and I need something as a contrast. We will switch this color later on to a very, very dark purplish, which will be the color of our choosing. But this color is very dark, so we wouldn't see the sketch on it. So that's why we're going to choose this kind of color, so it doesn't choose one that it's not too dark, so that the sketch is still visible. Okay, now we're going to create another layer, and we're going to select the clean brush from the watercolor brush set. And we're going to select white. And what I now want you to do is to trace over this cute little ghost, just the ghost body. And fill it out. Make sure by filling it out that you don't apply too much pressure to it, because the clean brush from the watercolor brush set works like this, that if you apply lots of pressure it gets whiter, if you apply a little bit of pressure it gets transparent, and we want to have this watery, transparent, ghosty look, so just mess around with the pressure of the Apple Pencil. Perfect! So now we're going to reduce the sketch even further, and we're going to go and draw the head. So we're going to create another layer, we're going to select this purple shade, and then we're going to go and fill out these two parts of the head. The other parts, like this band, will be in a different color. Nice. Now let's create another layer, and we're going to go and take the red one and draw this band. And last but not least, we can do this on the same layer as the red. We're going to go and well, let's make another layer and fill out the last part. Nice! So now we can turn off the sketch temporarily, and it looks quite nice already. And what I want you to do now is let's switch this color to the original color. So we're going to pick this very, very darkish kind of purple, and we're just going to select the last layer we had, the background layer, and just drag it over it so that you see it's very, very dark. We can still see the individual parts of the ghost, but the background is very dark and we wouldn't have seen the sketch. So we're going to turn the sketch on and we're going to continue. So our ghost needs a face. And but before we do this, I really would love to give our ghost some arms. And we can do this on the white layer. So select the clean brush and just go and draw some cute little arms to this fella. So now let's give our little cutie a face. We are going to go and create another layer, and we're going to select the purplish, and let's see if this kind of purple looks good. I think it's a bit too light, so let's go with the darker one and just go and trace those eyes and the cute little mouth. You can also do another mouth if you want, but I just really like this cat mouth. That looks cool. Now we can turn off the sketch for good. And what I really want to do is, because we have this yellow part here, is I want to make it a David Bowie kind of ghost. So we're going to paint a star underneath this eye. So we're going to select, or not select, but create another layer between the layer with the eyes, or rather underneath the layer. And then we're going to select yellow. And what I want to do is I'm just going to go ahead and draw a little star. Something like this. And this star we can make it a little bit smaller if you like to. Something like this. Maybe duplicate it so that it has more saturation. I want to do it also with this kind of thing. And now I'm going to merge them. And what I want to do is, because the yellow just drops into the purple, I'm going to erase this part of the yellow where it clashes with the purple. So I'm just going to go and erase this here so that it looks nice. Okay, here's a little bit of a thing, so I'm just going to go and pick the yellow again to make it a little bit more yellow. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks already very, very cool. Cool. So let's continue. Here we also have this thing that the white overlaps with the purple, but I think that's okay here because we are in watercolor class, so watercolor is overlapping and colors, so that's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to make our background a little bit more exciting. So what does this mean? That means that we're going to go and create a layer above this purple background layer. And then we're going to select the salty brush from the Watercolor Brushset. And we're going to pick white. And what I want to do is I want to do some circles behind this cute little ghost. Just something like this. So it looks a little bit more like he's coming from another dimension or something like this. So it doesn't have to be like the perfect circles, but something like this. And the same goes for the purple. So we're going to select the purple and just go over it here a little bit. Not too much, but like something like this. So it looks quite cool. Let's make it a little bit more whiter. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit too much. So something like this. Yes, maybe that's a little bit too much. So let's go ahead and reduce the opacity of it a little bit. So that looks quite cool. Perfect. And what I want to do next is I'm going to create some stars. So we're going to go and create another layer above this swirly background layer. We're going to go and choose the clean brush again and make it very small, and then we're going to go and make some stars. Just something like this. What I want to do is I want to make them glow a little bit. So I'm going to select the layer with the stars and I'm going to go to the adjustment panel. And there we have this very nice feature which came with Procreate 5X, I think, and it's called Bloom. So I'm going to click on Bloom in Layer, and now I can just play with making something glow a little bit. So oh yeah, I have to turn on the bloom, of course. So, and now I can go and make it a little bit more shiny. You see, it gets a little bit shinier. So let's leave it at something like this. I think that looks quite cool. Perfect. So, and last but not least, I want to add a little bit of shadow to the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge all the head layers. Yeah, I did also merge the stars, so all the head layers. And I'm going to go to the selection mode, and I'm just going to select this left part of the head and feather it out a little bit and copy paste it. And now I'm going to go to the adjustments layer, or adjustment settings, to hue, saturation and brightness. And I'm going to reduce a little bit of brightness. Make it a little bit darker. So that we have a nice little shadow coming from this side. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was a quick, very easy, fun kind of tutorial. So if you liked it, leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye!